In the top five, your very existence is a cauldron of pressure, and that is ratcheted up when you go on the road, and this highly ranked squad has found itself coming into a snake pit in this one. Welcome to the home of the Alabama Crimson Tide, Tuscaloosa, Alabama, Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium. As we'll see a participant from last year's playoff, the Florida State Seminoles, taking on the 18th ranked team in the land, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Alabama about to kick off to get this game underway. Looks like he's going to bring it out. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Looking to throw, it's St. Clair. Gets rid of it. Incomplete. He had it right in his hands for the pick, and I believe he might have been thinking about those big plays he's known for. Instead, it'll be second down. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Second and 10, he'll throw again. Finds the tight end. Breaks into the open. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
Guys, let's look big picture at Florida State. What does the top 5 ranking mean for week 1? Optimism, hope? Maybe, David, an excuse for the other team's fans to rush the field if they knock you off.
Well, it means, first of all, absolutely nothing because preseason rankings don't show up anywhere at the end of the season, but it means this team is talented. It means they're thought of highly. They got to...
Breaks away on the left. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Noles!
And as a coach, you're just hoping your offense can take the field on the first series of the game and create a little bit of momentum, get into a rhythm. How about that running play? Hitting a home run early in this game. You know that's got the sidelines all juiced up.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. He'll bring it out. It's Hampton. He's brought down to the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Gets the back moving. To the air. It's Russell. Swings it out to his running back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Let's talk about Alabama. They got a boost from their high school recruiting ranks, setting the table for the future, getting a verbal commitment from a 4-star linebacker.
Yeah, it's huge for this defense, not only because of his physical traits. This guy can run, he can cover, he can blitz the passer, but he...
Turning it on! Gets it out to the 27-yard line, and they'll move the chains for a first down. You can go way back in the history books, to the wishbone attack, all the way back to the first Rose Bowl team. Alabama builds its identity on a strong running game.
Builds it on dudes that tote the rock and do it with nastiness, with some physicality. Not one guy's going to bring them down, and you see it year after year with these guys, and there's always somebody that's going to be a physical challenge to try to get on the ground.
Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. He's going for it all. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
After the last run, would you just give it to him again on third down? From the gun, wants to pass. Finds his tight end. Turns it on in midfield. And there was lots of space as he gets it to the 39-yard line.
It's amazing in college football, the tight end position and how much has changed. Back in the day, you're a blocking guy, maybe you catch a flat route. Today, these guys have athleticism, and you just saw it from that dude after the catch on that last one.
Grabbed in the backfield, it's Williams. Shows off another move and gets down to the 33-yard line. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 25 so-and-so. Here's your chance to put that on your resume that'll pay off big time and late in the season.
He'll try to pick it up on the ground. Oh, he's got some space. They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21.
This offense knew coming into this one, guys, how important it was to start early. And on this opening drive for them, they're doing a nice job running the football there on third down. They're in a position on the field now. If you're on defense, you got to be ready for a shot throw into the end zone.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
How bold will they be on third down after that last run? Motion from the wideout. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. He breaks a tackle. That'll be enough to give them a 1st and goal from the 10.
And just went with something very easy, very reliable. Flip it forward, let your receiver do the rest. I only got to get a few yards. Nice job, nice execution. 1st down.
Caught in the backfield, it's Young. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
I want to make sure I know where the playmakers are. And I can't let guys like this guy slip out of the backfield and make big plays against me. Good job being aware that they can throw the ball to the running back, closing space and getting that fast dude on the ground.
He'll run it to the right, looking for the goal line. Beck's going for the goal line. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown tie. Extra point here will tie the game. They just took the air out of that thing. That might be an understatement. They took the ball away and just wore down, just grinded away at that defense.
And took a lot of time off the clock in the process as well. I'm impressed with the physicality up front of this offense, because that's where it all starts. If you're going to march the ball down the field like they just did, you've got to be dominating in the trenches, and they are doing that in this game right now.
Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. At the 35, he's got room. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. With that, he's got 101 yards on the ground, and with that run, he eclipses the 100-yard mark in this season opener.
That's got to make you feel good offensively. The first game of the year, and early you're able to break off a long run. We know for them, they take pride in their ability running the football, and they're getting that established early this season.
And the Seminoles just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. To throw, it's St. Clair. Gets it to the back. Hard running there. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball.
There he goes. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a 1st down.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
2nd down, he'll throw it. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
Nice football intelligence, understanding I'm not going to get to the quarterback, I'm not going to sack him, but if I get a mid up in the air, if I get one of those paws up there while he's throwing it, I can get the deflection and still ruin the screen pass. Really, really nice job by that defender.
3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
And a great job by the defense, dropping in zone coverage, all eyes on the quarterback, taking away the options, and then finally the pass rush gets home, gets him on the ground.
Absolutely center cut. And with that, they've taken the lead. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. Purdue pulled into town on a mission, and they're hightailing it out of here with a huge win. A masterful road performance, or as Coach likes to call it, Boilermakers football. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still two quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Takes a hit as he fires. Complete to the right. He gets it inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and they are rolling. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Out of the gun, the running back has it. And they make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the 1st quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and Florida State has the lead. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the 2nd. Win with the running game on 1st down, now back at it. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Back to pass, it's Russell. Looking for the end zone. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down. Guys, let's chat about Alabama. The portal can work wonders if you have specific holes to fill. Breathe a little new life and energy into the program. David, these guys went in there, got a nice little haul that really could set them up for success this season.
They did, and they didn't go bonkers and go crazy, Jesse. I like how they just saw a couple guys that they thought fit their system, fit their culture, and now they're bringing them in so they can rise the tide of this team.
Yeah, this feels like a curated roster, right? They only had a few holes that they had to fill up, but they went out, they put their effort into finding the right guy. They feel like they've upgraded their roster with just a few portal.
And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
Man, you've seen the evolution of the option. You've seen the evolution with scrambling quarterbacks that can run and be so dynamic and just so much to defend. The quarterback says, forget that. You defend everything, I'll take it myself. In for 6.
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And he's not going to take the touchback. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Jesse, they had to kick a field goal the last time they had it.
Yeah, and oftentimes early in games, you're just trying to find your rhythm. Some things work, some don't on that first drive, David. Be interesting to see what happens here on the 2nd drive.
Yeah, you got a feel for the defense now. You understand what they're trying to do, what their game plan is. Now you get to go into phase 2 of your game plan.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Dropping back, it's St. Clair. Under fire. And he'll be knocked down at the 2-yard line. And it is hardly a big surprise that this Alabama defense is hitting hard and making their presence felt in the backfield.
Yeah, it's what they built their brand on. They built it on physicality and stopping the run. And you've seen over the last several years, too. After they did...
Going for it all. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
You know, it's funny. That's probably the most discombobulated the offense has looked so far in this game, right? After watching that incompletion there on 3rd down, they were just up and down the field earlier. Tremendous rhythm, tremendous balance. Everything their play caller was dialing up was working, lighting up the scoreboard. And all of a sudden on this last drive, just not able to piece it together. They've got to be able to turn the page and get back to how they looked earlier in the game.
The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Off play action on first down. Fires toward the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score.
DB does an outstanding job here on the deep pass, locating the football, no PI, able to swat it away, pass it complete.
Just enough room to gain a couple down to the 34.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
The Crimson Tide looking for a big play to convert on third down. They'll move the wide receiver. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. Offenses gain momentum with third down conversions like that. They've got it at the 25.
Hard-earned yards, man. You got to get these first downs any way you can. And sometimes it's not going to be easy, and you can't just do it conventionally handing it off. This offense is going to have to be creative. Football is a game of inches, and you just got to find the angles to give yourself an advantage. That creative play.
Fires deep toward the end zone. And how about that DB getting a hand in there and forcing the incomplete pass?
When they take big shots down the field and they air it out, I got to trust my technique. I got to stay with that wide receiver, wait till he shows his hands. When he shows his hands, I'm bringing my hands up to knock the ball away. Nice job by the defense, using his technique, knocking the football away.
Stop is made almost immediately, giving 1 to the 23. Alabama with a lot of ground to cover here on third and long. Looking to throw, it's Russell. Flushed out of the pocket. Deep shot for the end zone. Touchdown, Bama! Made the grab in the end zone for the score.
Yeah, and now this offense building that lead. It's still the first half, but I'll tell you what, shown some glimpses of why they could become a really, really good offense. Listen, you go into halftime, more of the same, right? Continue to do what you're doing, take care of the football. This offense has looked really good in the first half.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he's going to try to return this one. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Breaks into the open. They'll mark him out of bounds at about the 29-yard line. He now has 110 yards on the ground, and he wanted to make a first impression, and he's doing that in this opening game. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Going deep. And the ball is caught. He's inside the 35.
Well, nice job hauling that pass in. I'll tell you, he keeps defenses on their heels. He really does. His speed is so scary. And I think back to my days in college. We used to play against the Seminoles when they had Peter Warrick and Lavernius Coles. And because of their game-breaking ability, it put so much pressure on our defense. I'll tell you, this guy's good enough to, I think, have played on that Seminole offense, and he would have gotten some looks. This guy can make some plays.
A solid pickup, and he goes out of bounds at the 30.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. Just got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Just outside the red zone as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 22.
That is what I'm talking about. So many guys lose where they're at on the field, lose the down and distance. It's third down. I can't slide. QB knows it. Nice job using his noggin and his heart, lowering the shoulder to get the first down on third down.
I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have to reinvent the wheel this early in the game.
The give to the back. Knocked down the knot before he crossed into the red zone and picked up 4 yards down to the 17.
And I like the run there. The offense doesn't have to press. They've got some time still left before the half. And more importantly, they've got to cut into this lead. They're down a couple of scores. This would be enormous. The locker room will feel so different if they can punch this in for a touchdown before the half.
Reads it, fires complete. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down.
I mean, good news here, they get the completion. Bad news, though, not enough to pick up the first down. Target there, he's got to do a better job understanding where the first down marker is, make sure he gets the right depth on his route. Now, all of a sudden, head coach has a big decision to make.
Has to get there to move the sticks. Will not get there. A fourth down stop. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. They go to the ground. And he finds enough running room, and he's marked down at the 20.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
They'll go to the ground. Alabama will get the first down.
And this is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play just pushes the pile to get that first down.
1st and 10 from their own 24-yard line. Use the play fake, now to throw. He'll loft one deep down the left side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? He leaves it with the back. He's up to 51 yards rushing already here in the first half. It's a season opener, but he's in mid-season form.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making a good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
All down, and they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Well, they only needed 1 yard, so no mystery there. Turn around, hand it off, and he finds a way to get it.
The Crimson Tide comes to the line with the 1st and 10. He might want another play. To the air, it's Russell. He hurls one deep down the left side. And it's incomplete. Good play downfield by the DB.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off.
Turning it on! They'll get him at the 45, but he got 10 on that one. The Crimson Tide rolled to that last first down on the ground. Let's see if they go right back to the run. Here's the pressure. And he's left with no option but to throw it away.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously he's outside the tackle boxes. He knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Live to fight another down.
Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Caught in the backfield. It's Young. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain.
Good play by the defense. Way to wrap them up. Way to know where the sticks are. Now puts you in a successful position for third down. Now you can break out the fun packages, the blitzes, putting more speed, more little fast guys on the field.
Motion from the back. On third down, he drops to throw. Quickly complete. Taken out of bounds after a good pickup there. They're in striking distance at the 37.
How many first downs is that just on this drive? We're going to have to get the training staff to give some IVs and get some bananas, and we better stay hydrated because at this rate, the defense is going to play way too many snaps.
Caught in the backfield. It's Williams. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down. They'll immediately call timeout. The Crimson Tide rolled to that last first down on the ground. Let's see if they go right back to the run. Looking for a man. It's Russell. Under fire. The throw. That's caught. It's Young. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Grab near the marker. It's Lewis. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. Waning seconds of the first half, and they'll try to tack on a 3 before they head to the locker room. He slides that just inside the right upright. And they'll push that lead out a little further. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Seminoles will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Here comes that Alabama offense. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
He'll get a fresh set down, stopped at the 31-yard line.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
And if this defense wants to get back in the football game, they've got to match the physicality of this offense. And that's a great start here in the second half. Like, coming out, not letting them run the football, being the more physical and more aggressive team.
Pressure coming. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Sends it back in motion. Hand off from the shotgun. He is denied. Cannot get to the first down marker, and it's fourth down coming. The Crimson Tide will bring the punt team on the field. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. Make makes the catch, and now looking for just a little bit of danger. Coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. They put together a pretty good drive the last time they had it, but that fourth down stop kept them from getting anything on the board. From the gun, running back on the move. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge gain? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
They'll snap it from the 47 on first down. Back to throw, it's St. Clair. It's complete to the left. They make the stop, but the sweet throwing catch is plenty to give them a first down. And the Noles will hustle to the line.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. A lot of urgency for this offense.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. From the gun, wants to pass. Somehow fits it into a host of defenders. They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
Breaks the tackle. They make the stop after a pickup of 3. Ball's at the 18.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
The noise level is relentless here on 2nd down. He goes out of bounds right around the 10-yard line.
Wow, the running back there showing you his skill set as he's able to rip off that one for a first down.
First down, operating in the red zone and doing it in a den of noise. Caught behind the line. It's Fletcher. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Florida State.
Yeah, how about the design of the play? Doing a great job. Get it to your man, your running back, now turn receiver in space, and let him do damage. Let him catch the football. He can do the rest. Be that special player in space that you know he is, and get into the end zone.
On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. They just saw their lead cut in half, and now they'll try to answer. A little release to the back.
What's important in this game, this offense gets the running back involved out on the perimeter in space where you can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. Picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
The Crimson Tide can dig into that playbook here on 2nd and short. Quickly out to the tight end. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
Motion from the wide receiver. Touch pass on the jet sweep. He'll make a play on 3rd down. He's got enough for the first as they mark it at the 32. Here's his offense with a fresh set of downs. He wants to change this route. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Looking for a deep man. Picked off to stop the threat. Not much on that return, but I think they'll let him slide after making that pick, and they'll have it at the 20.
It's so nice to see defenders squeeze that pigskin. A lot of times in great position, you see them there to make the play, but there's a reason they play defense. Not this time. Great job securing the interception.
Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. To the air, it's St. Clair. Just missed on the connection, incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on 1st down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him, and it just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
They'll send the back in motion. On 2nd down, he'll try to make the connection this time. Makes the grab. It's Wilson. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's 1st down.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Noles with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. From the gun, they'll try the middle. And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense. A veritable Crimson Tide of noise on Saban Field here on 3rd down. On the ground, going for the 1st down with the give to the tight end. And he needed 1 yard, and he didn't get it. The defense won the battle up front.
And I like changing things up. I like trying new things. Handing it to the tight end, that's something you don't see very often. A little creativity. Now, it was negativity in the end, but I like the creative thought process of trying to get somebody else the football.
Trying to keep this drive alive. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down.
And these are the plays you know exactly what you're going to get up front. The offensive line does a great job blocking. Just create a little bit of a hole, pound through that hole. That running back, they can't tiptoe, they can't dance. Run north-south and get that 1st down. Nice job.
They're going to go right back to him on 1st down. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. To the air. It's St. Clair. Oh, he wants it all. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
Well, it was a good throw, it was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming.
Oh, you know what time it is when the defense gets that stop on third down. Fist up in the air. Nice job getting to the quarterback, putting some pressure on him, hitting him, forcing the incompletion. Fourth down, baby.
On fourth down, looking for the completion. Throws toward the end zone. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. A bold decision to go for it on fourth down, and one that did not pay off. They'll start this drive at their own 48. One running back in the backfield, and he has it. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. So Alabama takes the lead into the quarter break. And we've reached the end of the third, and time is running out if they're going to cut into this deficit. Let's take a look at our game stats before we move on. 1 quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth quarter finish. And a chance to mull things over, and let's see how they start the final period here on second down. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Keep it on the ground. Got room to work. Oh, he's got some space. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
And this guy really has been a workhorse today. He's made plays when his offense has needed them the most. He's a guy who's reliable. They know they can turn around, give him the football, and he'll go make things work out. And they're going to need him to finish this game. He has to continue playing well after that big run there.
They'll try the run. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Back to throw, it's Russell. Finds his man, it's Williams. Turning on the jet. Touchdown, Alabama! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
I like the aggressive play calling by the offensive coordinator on that drive as well. There are a lot of coaches that would have played it very conservative, very close to the vest, run the ball, and punt it away. Count on your defense, not this guy. He was going to take some shots, count on his own guys to get it done. And now with that touchdown late, they've got a 2-possession lead.
And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the fourth. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Boise State took its show on the road, and they'll be packing a big old W in their bags for that trip back to southwestern Idaho. Never underestimate the importance of a road win and how it can impact a team's trajectory. All that speculation all week, and now we know. But something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. They're in a precarious spot here, that lofty perch in the rankings, hanging in the back. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. He'll try to take it back. Touchdown time! And they turn it in